I was a bit more strict for time this week because I was a little bit more busy. But you know what? It's all good. I was still able to get a tutorial out. This time we got ourselves the party hat. Very simple. We're going to have to work with some foam, which I'm excited about. And let's go ahead and get right to it. You're going to need one piece of craft foam. You can get Hobby Lobby or Michaels, about 2 millimeters thick. Something to cut with and something to write with, but I had to use the silver sharpie since it's a black foam. Heat gun. Contact cement. We'll get more into it once we get to this step. Paint, but really paint is optional if you use the right color of craft foam. If you want a blue party hat, get blue craft foam. You skip painting. It's great. A metal ruler. And a measuring tape. You're going to start off by working for 12 by 18 craft foam sheet. If you don't have this size, try to find one. They're actually pretty common online. And you're going to cut it lengthwise so you have two sheets that are 6 by 18. Next, you're going to want to heat treat it with a heat gun. This might not even be necessary if you're not painting it, but I like doing it because it gives it a nice little shine to it. The shine is actually the pores of the foam closing. If you paint it without doing that step, it would actually eat the paint and it would kind of mess overall. Go ahead and measure your head. My head happens to be 24 inches, which is pretty big, but yeah, it sucks. Whatever. And from then on, the next step is going to be getting contact cement and putting it on one side of the edge of one of your 6 by 18 sheets and doing it to the same on the other side. Try not to put too much of this contact cement on. It's pretty expensive, and really you don't even need much, but once you have it on there, a thin layer, let it dry for about 10 minutes. I happened to go to Target, and while I was waiting and buy like some NyQuil, I think I was getting sick. And then when it finally dries, this step is tedious, but make sure you do it correctly. You're going to slowly start putting it together, each seam, and make it look as seamless as you can. Luckily, since it's pretty thin, you can just go on, put it side by side, and you'll be good. And now you have just one giant piece of craft foam. Now with the giant piece of craft foam that you have, cut out the size of your head. Mine was 24 inches, so I cut 12 inches on both sides of the seam. I like having the seam right in the middle. Now for this next step, you're going to have to do a little bit of math. There's no template for this whatsoever. It's just one equation, which is whatever the circumference of your head is, 24 for me, divided by 7, considering there are 7 spikes on the top of the party hat. And for me, it was roughly about 3 inches and about 4. It was around there. And you're going to mark that off so that you have 7 different columns. And you're going to go into those, which again would be like about 1 and about 7, 14, 16, so around there. And those are going to be the spikes. And you're going to put them all the way to the top. And you can just start drawing the triangles or spikes, whatever you want to call them, throughout the entire thing from one to another half. And it should work out after a while. It is a bit tedious. Not going to lie, the majority of this whole project is just kind of drawing lines and cutting them out. But that's essentially the entire build. Then you're just going to start cutting them out one by one. This is actually my proudest part of this whole editing process was just, hey, I got all of them done. But that was just a side thing. I really wish I had more time for another project, but this is all I can do for now. But that's fine. After this step, you're going to do the same thing you did before, where you get the contact cement on the two ends. You got to wrap it around. And assuming you used a blue or red or yellow or any party hat color you wanted, you are done. I mean, you would have some marks inside, you could paint over those. But essentially, you're already done. Painting is going to be a whole separate video because I want to do a thing regarding painting different thicknesses of foam. But yeah, this is the party hat part 1. If you enjoyed it, thank you. Thanks for watching, and take it easy. And part 2 will be up shortly. Thanks.